If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the community. You won't want to miss what happens next in this exciting story about dreams, family pressure, and finding unexpected love. It was Mom's 30th birthday, and I couldn't wait to show off my birthday present. Ta-da! Mom, meet Shiny. This little guy will help you vacuum the carpets and couches. Hey, Shiny, show Mom what you got. Mommy, get that thing out of here. No, Shiny, stop. You bad boy. See, Mom, how useful he is. How many times have I told you, making these useless robots isn't going to get you anywhere? Why can't you just focus on your science lessons? Okay, that didn't go as expected at all, but at least Mom clocked in some good cardio that day. Shiny ended up in the trash the next morning, and it broke my heart to see the garbage man take him away. You could have at least let Shiny stay in the garage. I spent 3 whole days building it. I can't believe you spent so much time on a silly robot when you could use it to read that science encyclopedia your dad bought you. It cost a fortune. I didn't tell him to get me that ridiculous book. Watch your words, young lady. If you want to be a doctor, you need to be really good at science. My parents were obsessed with making me a doctor, so much that they'd started saving for my medical school even before I was born. I think they believed if I became a doctor, all their money problems would be solved. So to keep them happy, I studied my butt off and aced all my science quizzes and competitions. But my first love was coding. One day, I read in a journal about the government's latest space program. It seemed pretty exciting, and I was totally intrigued. That night, I spent hours online trying to learn more about the program. But then suddenly, some information started flashing on my screen that looked kind of top secret. The more I looked at it, the scarier it got. Could it be that I'd hacked the government database? Feeling alarmed, I quickly switched off my laptop and went to sleep. The next morning, I woke up to ear-piercing screams. Noi, wake up! We're under attack! What? The aliens are here? Not aliens, some guys wearing black suits and black glasses, and there's a freaking helicopter circling our home. I jumped out of bed and rushed to the window to see a helicopter landing on our front yard. 5 commandos got out of it, along with a gentleman who I vaguely remembered having seen on TV. I'm the president's PA. Someone from this house hacked into a top-secret government database last night. Government database? We don't even know what it looks like. Do you have a computer, sir? I have a laptop. Go inside, Monami, and let the adults talk. Mr. Nelson, this is serious. Someone from this address hacked the database, and if you don't tell us who it was, we'll have to arrest all of you. No, leave my parents alone. I hacked the government database, but it was totally by mistake, I swear. I just wanted to know more about that space project. I told the gentleman everything about how I accidentally hacked the database, and he was intrigued. He asked me how I knew so much about codes and computing, and I showed him all the certificates and trophies I'd received over the years. Then he made a few phone calls and gave us the most shocking news. The president is impressed with your daughter's coding expertise and wants to offer her a place in a top-secret government facility. But you'll have to move to the city. We'll send you the details soon. With that, Mr. Nelson left with the commandos, and Mom and Dad turned to me with fire in their eyes. I knew this girl was up to no good, spending hours on that stupid laptop of hers. You could have got us arrested today, and I've heard they serve very bland food in jail, worse than the soup your mom makes. I'm sorry, okay? But on the brighter side, we'll be able to move to the city. How cool is that? No one's going anywhere. Your dad's job is here, and that's what's paying our bills. My parents simply refused to budge. But everything changed the next day when a big fat envelope landed on our doorstep. Inside it were 3 air tickets to the city, details of our stay arrangement at a 5-star hotel, and $10,000 in cash. The next thing I knew, my parents and I were on a plane to the city. Dad and I were super excited because it was our first time flying, but Mom kept saying there was something fishy about the whole thing. It seems too good to be true. Are you sure they won't ask you to do anything illegal or dangerous? Relax, Mom. I'll just be on their coding team. I'll work with military officials, spies, aeronautical engineers. Oh my God, I'm so excited already. Okay, as long as you're happy and we're getting the money. A few hours later, when Mr. Wilson escorted me to the secretive government facility where I was supposed to work, my jaw literally hit the floor. The place looked straight out of a sci-fi movie. Just as I was gathering my wits, my eyes fell on the man. Marco, the AI genius worshipped by every coding expert worth their salt. You might want to close your mouth. We have some tiny robot dragonflies flying around. Who are you? He is Marco. He's also a coding genius like you. He'll be your guide for today. Marco showed me every nook and corner of the facility and introduced me to my trainers. My job was to identify loopholes in the facility's computer networks and protect sensitive government data. Basically, you need to make sure no one's able to do what you did 2 days back. I didn't do it on purpose. I know, but I must say, you gave everyone minor heart attacks here. I've never seen the president look so pissed. You've met the president? Yeah, he has an office in this building. The next few days went by in a blur. Marco and I received training from the best coders in the country. We worked together on several projects and bonded over our love for codes and computing. I worked super hard for months and ultimately came up with a software that no bug in the world could destroy. Wow, Manami, this is pure genius. No, wait, you're pure genius. Tell me something I don't know. The next week, the president himself called me to his office and congratulated me on my outstanding achievement. Well done, Manami. I'm very impressed. So much that I'm considering putting you on my team of cybersecurity advisors. I couldn't believe my ears. This was big. That night, Marco offered to take me out for dinner to celebrate, and I couldn't refuse. But the moment we reached the restaurant, I regretted my decision. The restaurant looked so swanky, and the people inside looked as if they'd catwalked straight out of a fashion magazine. Now that I saw it, Marco was quite well dressed himself, and here I was in my oversized sweatshirt and faded denims. So, would you like to order? A burger and fries. Monami, this is a fine dining restaurant. They don't do fast food. How about we try some of their French delicacies? Oh, French. Sounds awesome. I looked at the menu and my mind started spinning reading the names of all those fancy dishes. I'll just have this with this. Are you sure? Positive. I love it. I always have it when I'm in France. In reality, I'd never set foot in the country, but Marco didn't need to know that. But when my order arrived a few minutes later, my eyes literally popped right out of my head. It was a mix of freaking snails and some other creepy crawlies. What happened? You said you loved it. I do, but I was so busy creating that software that I haven't pooped in like 5 days. If I put anything else in this tummy, I'm sure it will explode. Marco laughed like an idiot at that, then grabbed my hand and took me outside. You don't like French food, right? Honestly, the only French food I'm familiar with is French toast and croissants. Then why didn't you tell me? I guess I didn't want to let you know what a villager I am. There's nothing wrong with being a villager, especially if that villager is a top-class genius like you. Okay, how about that burger and fries? I know of a fantastic fast food joint down the road. Say no more, my tummy is already growling. I had an amazing time with Marco. He was super easy to talk to, and I ended up telling him everything about my parents and my very middle-class upbringing. They must be super proud of you. Not as much as you'd think. They wanted me to be a doctor because they think doctors earn well. That's why I want to earn tons of money and show coders can be richer. I wanted to be a footballer as a kid, but Dad wanted me to take up coding. He wants me to be a part of the National Cybersecurity Office, so now that's my goal too. I'm sure you'll get there soon. The next day, I walked into the facility with a spring in my step. My software was going to be installed in every computer at the facility. But as soon as I got inside, I was met by pure chaos. What happened? Someone hacked into the facility's main server, and a major chunk of sensitive government data is gone. What do you mean gone? He means someone stole sensitive data and put a bug in the main server. What? Who would have done that? Someone smart enough to hack into the government database. Someone who knew this could not be done once the software gets installed. Someone who wants the money that data can fetch. I don't understand. Stop playing games, girl. I know it's you. Why would I do that? I created the software to protect sensitive data. It was all a farce, so no one would find out what you were actually up to. Weren't you telling Marco yesterday that you wanted to earn tons of money? I looked at Marco, shocked, but he was just as surprised as me. Every single person in this facility gets spied on. Now listen, girl. Either you get that data back or get ready to rot in jail with your parents. But I don't have it. Please give me a few days and I'll try and find out. Please, sir, let's give her 6 hours to get back the missing beta. Manami, your time starts now. With that, Mr. Wilson and the president simply left. My mind went numb. 6 hours? How could I retrieve the missing data in such a short span of time? I rushed back to the hotel to Mom and Dad. Mom, Dad, pack your bags, quick, we're leaving. What? Why? They're shifting us to jail if you don't hurry up. I knew it. I knew this job meant trouble. What did you do? Is it something illegal? I didn't do anything. Someone framed me for a crime I didn't commit. And you think running is the solution? They're the government, Manami. They'll find us no matter where we go. Your mom's right. I turned around to see Marco standing at the door. In my hurry, I hadn't even realized I'd left it open. Then what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and wait to get arrested by the authorities? No, do what you do best. Marco then suggested I hack every computer at the facility and try to locate the missing files. I'm pretty sure this is an insider's job. Come on, let's get to work. For the next 6 hours, Marco and I worked like crazy, hacking every system in the facility. And then, just as we were losing hope, we managed to locate the missing files, but in the most unexpected place. Isn't this the president's system? Yes, but why would the president steal these files? I don't know, this is bizarre. Wait, there's one other person who can access the president's computer apart from himself. His PA, Mr. Wilson. Precisely, Mr. Wilson, the president's PA, and my dad. I was shocked. Mr. Wilson was Marco's dad. How come you never told me you were Mr. Wilson's son? I thought you already knew. Gosh, this is so confusing. Mr. Wilson is your dad, and apparently he hacked the main server, stole these files, put them on the president's computer, and then blamed me for stealing them. But the question is, why? I guess our only option is to ask him directly. Marco, I hope you know what that means. I do. Listen, Monami, if my dad's really guilty, he needs to be punished. Nothing is above the safety and security of the nation. Marco and I were about to leave for the facility when a team of commandos arrived at the hotel to arrest me. Apparently, we both calmly accompanied them to the president's office. Sir, we've located the missing files, and they're right here on your computer. What nonsense! This is impossible! We have proof, Mr. Wilson. Whoever hacked the main server and stole these files put them on the president's system. This was the safest place to store them, right, Wilson? What is she talking about? How did this happen? I don't know. She has something to do with it. She put the files in there. Stop lying, Dad. I was with her the whole time. She didn't do it. Marco, you stay out of this. I won't. I know Monami is innocent. I can't let her get punished for nothing. Suddenly, Mr. Wilson's face contorted with rage. You idiot. I did all of this for you. I wanted you to be on the National Cybersecurity team, but this girl outsmarted you and grabbed the position. I had to get her out of the way. Mr. Wilson's confession left all of us stunned. Suddenly, he broke down crying, and a part of me felt sorry for him, but he had committed a crime, and he had to pay the price for it. Mr. Wilson was fired from his job and had to serve 5 years in prison. Meanwhile, the president included me and Marco in his cybersecurity advisor team. We created some software and robots, but over time, Marco started getting antsy at work. He'd always be in a hurry to rush back home, and we almost never hung out after office like before. Wait, Marco, I need to complete this code. We'll work on this tomorrow. I have to go now. You seem to be quite busy lately. Yes. With whom, may I ask? Let's just say the love of my life is keeping me busy. Bye, gotta go. I don't know why, but I felt like punching a hole in the wall at that moment. Marco was in love with someone. Why did the thought make me want to puke? Without thinking, I picked up my bag and decided to follow Marco. I wanted to see the bimbo he was in love with. I followed him to the car park, but noticed instead of going toward his car, he was headed in the opposite direction. Oh, so his girlfriend has come to pick him up. How romantic. I kept following him, but then he turned abruptly around a corner and simply vanished. I was looking for him when suddenly a strong arm grabbed me and pulled me against the wall. Why were you following me? I wasn't. I was just... Okay, I was. I thought since you'd not bothered to introduce me to your girlfriend, I might as well introduce myself. My girlfriend? Didn't you just tell me you've been busy with the love of your life, the girl you can't wait to run to after office every day? Wait. Now I know why you never introduced us. She must be some sophisticated, rich socialite. You wouldn't want her to know you're friends with a poor village girl. Suddenly, Marco bent forward and kissed me. I felt a million bulbs explode in my head. I'm in love with you. Ever since you walked into the facility that day, open-mouthed, your eyes shining with excitement. But you said something about the love of your life. Yep, football. Remember I told you I wanted to be a footballer as a kid? Well, I've been training to get into the state team. What? That's awesome. I wanted to keep it as a surprise. I thought I'd tell you once I get selected. But what about this job? This job was my dad's dream, not mine. And as much as I love coding, I've realized this isn't what I want to do with my entire life. I was so happy that Marco was trying to follow his true passion, but a part of me was also sad that he might no longer be with me in the office. So, about what I said earlier, I love you, Mon Ami. And if the raging jealousy I saw in your eyes when you were giving your little speech about my rich, sophisticated girlfriend is any indication, you like me too. Like? No, silly. I love you. What do you think will happen next in a story like this? Leave your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified about future stories.